We reach out to businesses all across San Diego County, typically regarding food waste and getting them donation and composting programs. It's with our high school, Canyon Crest Academy. It's currently just a club, but we plan to make it a nonprofit and possibly extend it beyond our high school.
I always known like climate change was an issue, but I didn't really realize how big of a thing it was until he actually educated me. So I joined the club when I was a sophomore last year. Ever since, I've just been working with him because it's been really interesting. He knows a lot more about climate change than I do, but he's been educating me.
In Good Company is a nonprofit based here in San Diego, and our goals really are to lower greenhouse gas emissions and increase quality of life indicators for communities in San Diego that have been historically excluded, continuously excluded from opportunity. So our mission right now is to be a bridge between climate curiosity and climate activism through education and engagement. So we offer two primary education programs. One is a carbon literacy certificate. So that certificate is accredited through the Carbon Literacy Project in the UK, and it's part of this global movement. So over 94,000 people around the world have done a carbon literacy certificate. So we really recognize that what has got us to this place in terms of a climate breakdown, climate emergency, is exploitation of the planet and people. And those two things go hand in hand. So in order to repair these systems that were created to extract and exploit, we have to repair both of those problems. So treating people equally, treating people with respect and dignity across all the value chains of different types of organizations, and really being more mindful about our impact in the world.
Community building and helping our young generation get involved with nonprofits and community work. So we're happy to support. We're offering scholarships all year round, and we're really supporting our community when it comes to high school students, transitioning, military, community colleges, and anybody else, working adults that wants to get a education, a meaningful, purposeful career after via California Miramar University.
I'm Camille Cunningham.
I'm Savannah Levac.
I'm Trisha Vasanadu.
And I'm Cash Tiemann.
3, 2, 1.
Go Greenish!
So Go Greenish, we're students, all high school student led. We're working with schools across California and San Diego on sustainability efforts within their schools. We work on district policies such as electrification, opening standing climate committees, but we also work on site-specific projects such as community gardens, waste programs focusing on like composting, food diversion programs, all that. So really just focused on fostering healthier environments at schools and having students lead those efforts. In the Solana Beach Climate Action Commission in my freshman year, and I was really involved in our climate action plan update and kind of the work we were doing on different efforts in our city. And I was really kind of curious to know like whether similar things were going on in my school district. So I started working with our school district on opening a standing climate committee, which we were able to successfully open recently. And so I have to get those processes that we see in cities replicated in the school districts, and that kind of drove my passion of like, hey, like if cities are doing it, schools should be doing it as well. It's especially important too because we're youth, and schools are fostering, you know, the next community of environmental leaders, and so we thought that was especially important.
As far as sustainability, yes, we are making progress and helping out with making this region more sustainable. We have zero emission buses. Currently we have 25 of them, 13 more that are going to be coming in at the end of the year. We have a whole transition plan by 2040 to have all of our fleet purchased for zero emissions. 4 of our operating divisions in which we will be installing overhead charging infrastructure for those buses that come through. Currently we have about 760 buses, and so, you know, over time those will all be zero emission.
We hire for the entire transit system, so bus operators, trolley operators. Of course we have our more like HR, finance, and we do have 4 different apprenticeship programs. They're 4-year programs where at the age of 19, you're eligible to join the program, and we would subsidize your schooling and give you on-the-job training. So you would be working and going to school at the same time to learn how to do the mechanics for the bus and for the trolleys, depending on the program.
So New School of Architecture and Design has been in San Diego for over 40 years. We offer programs in 3 different disciplines: architecture, design, and construction management. We have both undergraduate degrees as well as graduate degrees in architecture and construction management specifically. Being human-centered by design is our main value, and so sustainability obviously is incorporated into that. And so our chairs of each department make sure to incorporate sustainability practices within the curriculum. So regardless what program the students are in, there's that underlying factor there. You can either pursue the NAB accredited architecture degree, which is for those that are pursuing licensure to be an architect. Also, we have those that want to just focus on architecture. Construction management, on the other hand, which we have an undergrad and graduate degree for, is for someone who wants to be in the construction field a little bit more on the project management side. There are several different career avenues people can take, but it's mostly a business degree with a focus on the construction industry.
We're related to sustainability in that we promote awareness about climate change. State parks are there to protect some of the most pristine and important resources throughout the state. It's all to preserve those resources and make sure they're there for generations to come, because our predecessors have enjoyed them, and they're there for our enjoyment and to connect with nature and understand why it's such an important thing to preserve and protect. When you go to a state park, you understand why it's so important to live a sustainable life and know about climate change and this industry and why it's more important now than ever.
So this is why I'm trying to teach kids. In this class, I try to teach them many different areas that fall under to understand this whole complex issue of housing and affordable housing. Now, many